For the first time, one president built 14 new universities. 14. It has never happened. 12 were conventional universities, just like any university you know, University of Lagos, ABU, Isuka, and so on. But 2 were specialized. One is Maritime University. That was sited in Delta State, Karenkoko in Delta State. Then, no, in the security services, the Army, the NDA, award degrees. So when you become a military officer, by the time you pass through NDA, you also have a bachelor degree. Could be engineering, could be history, could be political science, it could be economics, could be accounting, in addition to the military training. So the day you retire from the military, you can go and do master's degree, you can now practice your profession. So it helps soldiers. So soldiers are well educated. They are also graduate in addition to the military training. And the police don't have that. So we say the police should have a similar thing. So that when you finish as a police cadet, you're also a graduate in one discipline. Could be philosophy, could be history, could be engineering, could be law. So we now set up that police university in Kano. These are 2 specialized universities. We wanted to expand it. So you can see that PDP didn't just talk about education, but you know where you are going. You must have a focus for your education.
And then there was the TED fund. Was it TED fund or the grant that was given to different secondary schools?
Yes, I don't even want to, I expected people in education to say that, but I'm talking about things have to drive with the vision. In terms of providing infrastructure for education, PTP also come up with the TED fund, the Tertiary Education Fund, that intervene in the physical development of the universities, providing the facilities in the universities and also the polytechnics. That is through the TED fund. In terms of even sponsoring students, beside the TED fund, even the PTDF, Petroleum Technology Development Fund, train a number of students. In Nigeria, actually, sometimes when people talk about, the budget for education is small compared to other countries. In Nigeria, there are so many departments of government that fund education. So if you aggregate all, the budget for education is not as small as when you just pick the federal budget and look at the allocation to education. Because the TED fund spend a lot of money. PTDF spent a lot of money. And still there are other smaller agencies that also participate in one way or the other. So PDP had a clear vision to develop educational system. And related to that is even the ICT. Before me, we had the ministry called Ministry of Information and Communication. So anything about IT was under communication, just a department under the Ministry of Information and Communication. And normally the junior minister, we call Minister of State, used to take charge of ICT. The main minister talks about the main information. So the ICT is just reduced. And I said, no, this world is being ruled by information technology. And we cannot subjugate information technology under Minister of Information that the main minister will be busy propagating issues about government, whether they are lies or they are truth. No, we need a seasoned professional to say, look, if Nigeria missed out from the Industrial Revolution, we missed out from the Agricultural Revolution, we cannot miss out from the IT revolution. That if you take a country like India, so many young men and women are living from IT. So immediately after the 2011 election, I called my vice president. I said, look, we must set up a clear department of government that the minister now know that this is my job. And we must bring a professional. And that's why we created that Ministry of Communication Technology. Okay. Also education, expanded the broadband to create a lot of opportunities for young people. And you mentioned about UWIN. Yes, UWIN was a part of job creation. We believe that as a country, the greatest problems you face is job opportunities, employment. And if you ask any African head of state, the problems is an issue of creating jobs for young people. So you need the jobs. as a president, we attended AU meetings and so on. So look, the key thing, how do we create jobs for young people? Yes, in our own case, we expanded the economy by encouraging local manufacturing. We give opportunities for industrialization. And that's why, apart from South Africa, Nigeria is the next most industrialized country in terms of Africa south of the equator.